snap decisions about what somebody's going to do. This was always going to happen. There was nobody that could replace Chadwick right now at all. There is nobody that is, in my opinion, alive and fully come to their full potential right now that could take on that mantle, that could take on that character and do it justice the way that Chadwick did.
Well, I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate on that.
There is nobody that is alive that could take on that mantle and do it justice the way that Chadwick did. Anybody that took that mantle on right now would constantly be compared. That man is an individual. He would make individual choices. Nobody can mimic him. You can only come close. That's a fact. You cannot mimic that man and have it come across as genuine. Nobody's buying that. Nobody wants a carbon copy of Chadwick. And that's what that particular mantle needed. They needed somebody like Chadwick to make that story come across that well.
I mean, that's fair. That's how I was thinking when I first, was like, dang, what the fuck is this recast shit? Like, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work because like I said, there was nobody at the time, and I wasn't even looking because I was still like thrown off, when I heard about this. And then once I did more research, read through everything that was in the petition and everything, then that's when I started to change my mind. But I still wasn't like 100% on board with like putting it in another movie. I was like, just don't make the movie, just wait, flesh out the story more, because when you watching this movie, you can tell that they didn't spend a whole lot of time trying to come up with a plot that could rival what the original plot was with Chadwick, if that makes sense. It was kind of like let's strictly make this a tribute and filler moment to lead up to something else, because that's all we feeling right now. We don't know nothing else. We really can't think about nothing else because this man was so impactful. I would do the same thing, like if I didn't give myself enough time to process it. And then I don't know what the fuck the writers was thinking when they killed the queen. I'm still pissed off about that shit. It made me, in my feelings, that's why I've been like low key. That shit hurt my soul. I was like, none of the real shit got me. It was that. I was like, dang, man.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
Coogler said that he was always going to deal with grief in this film, no matter what.
Right.
So, Ramonda had to die, no matter what. If T'Challa was still alive, he would need to figure out how to be a leader without his mom or anybody else being around. So Ramonda had to die no matter what. That was always going to happen.
So basically what you're saying is Namor was going to kill her regardless.
Pretty
much.
Damn.
Sure. Anything could have happened. She could have been the one with the unknown illness and passed away. It didn't matter. Doesn't matter who.
Right, but also when Namor actually attacked him in the comic books, he pretty much wiped out almost damn near all of Wakanda when he did what he did. Like, he had a tidal wave come in and just everything. So
wow,
it would have happened that way or another. So
right.
Yeah, so one way or another, something would have went down.
Got you. Because I figured like he was gonna be like he was gonna do something that was just so crazy that you would be like, damn. He really was serious, because like the whole time he's telling you like, look, this is what I want you to do. You got till this time, and don't try this, because if you do this, I'm gonna do this to your ass. And you did it anyway. Okay. And then he was like, all right, I got something for y'all. And then when he took care of them, I was like, whoa, like he really meant business. He was not playing with these Wakandas at all.
that's how Namor is in the comic book. Like, he don't matter who he sides with. Shit, hell, he even worked with Thanos one time to get something out of it. So it's just like, whatever keeps him in Atlantis safe, that's just what he rolling with.
Dang. Now, with him, like, the whole underwater city thing, I didn't really like it. I thought it was too dark. Like, way too dark. Like, it couldn't hurt to have a little, color in there. You know what I'm saying? To make it.
Underwater, dude. So, like, I'm just messing with you, though. Ain't no something like underwater, but I'm just messing with you. Go ahead, what you said, though.
Cause I'm like,
the aesthetic of it, right? The aesthetic of it.
Cause I'm looking at it and I'm like, dang, like Aquaman, even though it was a little too bright in my opinion,
right?
I could see everything was going on. When I was looking in the water, I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, I'm seeing pyramids and I'm seeing people huddled up, but I'm like, they're in the dark. Where's the light?
You couldn't see anything?
I couldn't see shit. And then when he popped up at night, I couldn't see nothing either.
Well, no, because that part is supposed to be, hard to see because they're doing it covertly.
I'm like, turn the brightness up, man. I can't see shit.
Oh, but the scenes where they're at, what is it? Talokan? I'm never gonna say this fucking name. Like, Jesus Christ.
Talokan.
Yeah, it was bright to me. Like, I saw everything clearly.
I couldn't see nothing. I seen a gold pyramid. That's about as much as I saw. And then his dark ass went over there in his throne room and he did the little Kamehameha sign. As I was like, okay.
I think your theater might have had your shit darkened, dude, because it came through crystal clear for me.
It's probably a theater. I mean, I was in one of those studio movie girl eatery type things. People walking across the screen and shit. I'm probably gonna go back and watch it again, but I gotta grieve. I need a drink. You know what I'm saying? It was too much.
Sucks ass. I knew one of these was gonna mess up.
And then the craziest thing to me was the whole the Killmonger thing, because I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
You gotta understand where she was at that moment when she died. She was going through some shit. And the only other person that was going through some shit was Killmonger. So guess who popped up?
Killmonger. But with him, in that situation, I was like, okay, I get you want revenge, but I didn't really see enough rage in her before she went under with the heart-shaped herb, if that makes sense.
And she was holding it in. She was just holding it in. Like, it was just so overwhelming, she didn't know how to process it.
Dude,
that's when she processed it. Go ahead, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, if they had an extended cut, because I heard they might do one, it'd be nice if they would put a scene in there to kind of like, show her like, man, like, I can't believe this shit. Like, just showing her frustrated and then go to the heart-shaped herb. Then I'll be like, okay, I got you now, okay. So she is fucked up, like.
Right.
But, then she got up and then the whole ending thing with the fight and all that stuff, I thought it was cool, but I was like, they were kind of get weak or something because they was bodying people, but then all of a sudden they get backed in a corner. I was like, what?
Well, no, you gotta think about it. They actually took the heart-shaped herb because it was in the seaweed, remember? They all had that. That's the way they was able to live underwater. But you also got to think about it. Wakanda ain't had that many damn people left anyway, because you got to think about the first attack on Wakanda. Well, no, the first they had their Civil War, then the Infinity War, then Endgame. So they were depleted as it is, and then this was the fourth attack on them. Their military ranks was going through it.
And I don't even think they ever recovered from when Thanos snapped his finger either.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of stuff missing. Well, if you, well, not missing, but if you think about it, that's a lot of the stuff that they went through. So it's just like, okay, you got to put all that in the puzzle. And then when you look at it, it's like, damn, yeah, they done been through some shit.
Yeah. But I will say this is a totally different feel than the first movie. But it's a good movie though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a good ass movie. I ain't had no movie hurt me like this since I was watching what's that movie called? Dang it, I can't remember.
Oh, what's up, Tafari?
I'm trying to think, what was that movie that hurt me? I can't remember.
Well, E.T. made all of us cry when we were kids, so I ain't been hurt like that since. And the death of Optimus Prime, that fucked everybody up, dog. When we saw Transformers the movie, everybody shook in school. Like, we didn't know what to do. It's like, the Transformers wasn't even the same no more, because this is what they did, though. After they killed Optimus Prime off in the movie, the next season of Transformers, his ass was off Transformers.
Oh, so, dang.
Yeah, so Rodimus Prime took over, and it was just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, everybody's fucked up. Like, we still ain't know how to process that. Then all of a sudden, the Quintessence found them and brought it back. Like, man, that's some bullshit. You done made us cry all summer, now you gonna bring this motherfucker back? But yeah, Optimus Prime death messed everybody up, too. Hell, I think my uncle even shed a tear on that one.
What's up, y'all?
What's up,
What
man?
up?
I forgot to turn notifications back on for this app after the movie. And then I have to remember, y'all, you read 9 o'clock at a different time zone.
But, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I think the last time... Full Metal Alchemist. That's what it was. When, Roy Mustang went up against that monster. I can't tell you. I felt every snap when he was fucking that thing up. He was
When he killed Lust or Envy?
I think it was Envy.
Yeah, because Envy is the one that transforms after. I think after taking so much damage that he found out that's the one who killed his friend, but made him think his wife did it.
Yeah.
That whole scene was just greatness. Because you felt his pain at every single snap.
That's what I was saying, like, every single snap, and then the fact that this man was a good man, right? And he got done dirty like that, I was like, nah. Nah, you can't do this, man.
It's kind of, it's a good comparison of how sure it was towards the end of the movie, but I really wanted her to finish him off with Mortal Kombat style. Or just take his other foot.
I mean, I feel like she should have, I don't know, stabbed him and then healed him or something. That might have worked better.
I mean, he's a mutant. He might get some vibranium wings, or maybe being in the water heals him. Who knows? We'll see.
Yep.
I don't know. Now, that part did get me, that they did have some type of strategy at some point, because I was like, y'all can't figure out how to beat this man. He got to have some weakness. Then when
The print ain't making too much noise, is it?
not too much noise, but it's there.
Okay. Is that what that is? I'm like, what is in the background? I saw you playing Kirby 64.
I'm printing t-shirts, man. I'm printing t-shirts. Yeah, I'm almost done. I got one left. I do fronts and backs of t-shirts.
But yeah, I was like, okay. They figured out you gotta dry him out. I mean, I guess. But I'm still trying to figure out, like, well, did we see all of his power, or was he holding back? Because he got dried out and was still just as strong as he was when he did have water in his body.
Oh, Namor?
Yeah.
Okay, Namor thing is, if you ever watch like the old Spider-Man and Friends cartoons, you'll actually see what Namor's situation is. Because Doctor Doom, he pretty much was fucking with everybody, and he went after Namor, Spider-Man, Iceman, Firestorm. He was just picking up superheroes like in collected items. And everybody knows that Namor, like once he's away from water and you drain, like you hit him with steam or you hit him with heat, it sucks all the, just like they said, it sucks all the energy from him. And so unless he gets back to water, he's pretty much useless.
Right.
Yeah, so that's his only downfall. But if you fight Namor in the water, you ain't winning. That's his only downfall.
That's what got me thinking, like, well, who's on par with him to fight in the water? Because I don't remember any water Avengers. You know, mostly DC got water characters on lock, but Marvel ain't never had none.
Yeah, Namor and Atuma. Yeah, those are the bad guys from the water. And Namora, she's his wife, queen, whatever. But yeah, Namor's always been there, but he's never been like a person to team up with people too much. Like he'll come and go, and it's only like a team up of convenience for him. So if there's nothing he can get out of it, you can't do nothing with it. You can watch those old Submariner cartoons. You can find them on YouTube, like the ones from the 70s or 60s. They had Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and Submariner. Those were, and Iron Man. Those five were like the cartoons back in the 60s, going into from the 50s, 60s, and then going into the 70s. And then you would ever see him every so often, like on a cartoon. But once they got to like modern times, nobody was checking for Namor. I don't know if it's because when they sold all the rights to the different characters, they just couldn't get them back and use them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because a lot of the characters they just now got, I think Namor was one of them too. They were like, oh, we got him back. Let's throw him in a movie. Hurry up. Put it into production. Because that's what this movie was like a introduction movie.
Yeah, but they would have been better off. Well, actually, they said something about him in what was it? Endgame. Endgame. They said something about him.
I gotta rewatch it.
There was an earthquake under the ocean.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
That was
they're talking about Namor. Yeah.
Oh. So I'm like, okay, so is this? They supposed to be coming out with a Namor movie? So is it gonna be the past or the future? Because I don't know.
Oh, they can introduce Doctor Doom with Namor.
I remember there was early like fake leaks for this movie, and Doom was supposed to be on a ship, and I thought they were maybe going to cross over that, but apparently that did not happen.
But yeah, him and Doom fought a lot, and him and Doom actually worked on some stuff together. But
that's ironic.
It's one of those love-hate relationships with Namor. He like, yeah, I need something right now, girl. Come on, what you gonna do for me?
I mean, that's how he was acting in this movie. He was like, we kind of on the same side. We got to fight the oppressors, you know what I'm saying? Why are we fighting each other, But if you don't want to work with me, I'll whip your ass, Like, come on, let's fight,
Yeah, he is pimp juice. So, but yeah, like I said, you can watch some full of cartoons up on YouTube, and you see the old Neymar cartoons, and then it gives you a better understanding of him. But, I mean, the hard part about those old cartoons, now, if you ain't grew up in the 70s, they're going to be hard for you to watch. Yeah, y'all laughing. I'm serious. I mean, I sit back and like, damn, we watch some of this stuff because, like, you go back and look at it, you're like, how the hell did I make it through this? But we ain't had number 3 channels back in the day, so you had to.
Yeah, that is true. I'm still trying to figure out where is they gonna go from here? Because I mean, I just don't know with this movie.
Secret Wars will tell us everything. And what Kane does in Ant-Man is going to tell us a lot, too.
It's funny. Like, Phase 4 been so mid, I don't even want to continue. And I'm still mad at the Hulk being a whole bitch. Oh.
You're not by yourself. The Hulk should have had his own movie, period.
They just got the rights back, but then he's so soft and not his true self anymore. It just don't.
Yeah. That smart Hulk is just it's not it.
Do you guys think the whole like this. Do you think they can redeem themselves by pulling a scroll switcheroo, like saying that some of the characters were lackluster because they were scrolls?
I mean, if they want to retcon, yeah.
It would legitimately work because you remember the Skrulls did that before. They did it with Captain America and a couple of other Marvel superheroes. So yeah, they could pull that off. And
it could work. It's just like the dude who played Nick Fury technically did a good job, even though he was a Skrull.
Yeah.
They could pull that off if they wanted to, but that's on Marvel.
I just don't trust them because they went from Thor Ragnarok to Love and Thunder. I'm like,
oh yeah, that. Ooh.
What?
Yeah, that was kind of ugly.
All that regression, really?
Wasted a good villain too.
Wasted. I didn't see one guy die. Not one. He's not, man. Gore is not Kratos. I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking I was gonna get. As close to it as I was going. I was like, boy, if he had did it, I would still be rocking with the MCU even after the She-Hulk stuff.
Go ahead, Karen. Go ahead.
Sorry, they should have saved Gore. They should have saved Gore for when they were ready to do all the hardcore stuff. They could have saved that for later.
Yeah, because I mean, but that just goes to that Disney-fied, that dirty mouse,
You want that money, honey.
He want that money, that general audience money. He don't care about us hardcore fans or people who want to see a good action flick. So, me, I'm like, okay, well, if I can't get it from Marvel, I'll just go to DC. So, I'm putting all my money in that.
I mean, they could switch places the next decade. It seems like DC where it's at, and Marvel is.
Man, Marvel a joke. They don't even kill people no more. Like, this shit whack.
I mean, it seems like Lost is the overarching theme for this phase.
Yeah.
I think somebody gonna die in Ant-Man.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised if the way Kang starts to get a montage of him just murdering different Avengers in different timelines.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would be pretty dope.
Because I feel like, I forget I'm blanking on which movie it was, or which Marvel property. I feel like one of them was trying to hint that at us, but I feel like they didn't do it just to kind of... I feel like they were going to try to talk about it in What If, but I think they did it to save, possibly for Ant-Man, so that it has more impact. Hell, even seeing Tony Stark die almost every episode was getting old kind of fast.
Now, that is just overkill, what they was doing with Tony Stark. I'm like, if you're gonna put him in What If, at least make it something that ain't gonna trigger me. Like, we've seen the man die already in Endgame. Why I gotta see it 34 more times?
Bro got stabbed by Killmonger, got an injection to the neck. They just kept coming up with different reasons to kill him.
I was trying to figure out how the zombies get him though. He was in armor.
I have no clue.
I mean, who knows?
Like, that doesn't make no sense to me.
Because they said something.
Using their powers while zombified, I wouldn't be surprised if something got to him.
I think something, like maybe I don't know, Ant-Man didn't get turned yet.
No, because that was still alive. He didn't die until like close to the end.
I think he was one of the few that survived, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's like when he was trying to get everybody up out of there after Scarlet Witch got a hold of everybody.
Well, I think maybe he took his helmet off and somebody just bit him, and that was that. Because that's usually how I go in a zombie movie.
I thought it was Wasp who got bit.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did get bit.
That's a problem.
Right. That's who got Tony. That's the only way Tony could have got. Yeah, Wasp had to do it.
You're real little. Just nip him just a little bit and give him a little mosquito bite.
Yeah,
like he done.
Watch that again.
But then they freaking took Black Panther's leg to feed Wanda.
But at least he survived though.
He did, but that still hurt to see. I was like, why I had to do my boy like this?
Man.
But I'm still trying to figure out how they got through his suit.
The same way that spear got through Shuri's suit.
Vision's diamond can cut Thanos in half, so Infinity Stone probably amputates leg.
Oh, okay. Well, Vision must have got a hold of him after Wanda got bitten.
Well, remember, Vision was feeding him to Wanda in pieces.
Right, but
it's like that Walking Dead game when they was making human meat in a farm. They was cutting people up, but they put them on. Yeah, they was cutting people up, but keeping them on morphine so the meat wouldn't go bad.
Oh yeah, they did have a T'Challa that they was chopping up and feeding. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, we got somebody in the basement.
Oh, okay. What was this person?
I met her in the financial room. She was just trying to learn more about, Black Panther comic books and stuff like that. So she said next time she see me in a Blur's thing, she'll jump in to see how it goes.
Room is being recorded, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like Danielle said, I'm just here to listen and learn. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, you're welcome.
Welcome to the room.
Yeah, so, but no, they can do Secret Wars too. You got the Secret Wars, they can bring T'Challa back. You got the Skrulls, they can do it that way as well. Because remember, in Captain Marvel, he told that she told them they can match you down to the DNA, and if they have enough memories, they can do that too. So
that is true. But so now that we do have the possibility of a recast, right? Who would be your pick for T'Challa Junior, grown up T'Challa Junior? I think Mandalore should answer first because she was on the opposite end. I already know who I want.
I don't have anybody to pick. There's nobody, in my opinion, that's going to do it without some kind of a cast over them. I don't think it's fair to have somebody try to take over that exact character. I don't think that's a fair thing to do, especially if it was somebody that did a bad job at it. Sure, there's nobody that's going to do an equal job or a better job than what we already had. So I abstain.
So I understand how you feel. So what you think about all of the Batmans that we've had? Like, you didn't
those are great characters.
Okay.
They all brought something different to the characters. They all played different angles of Batman, even though Batman is, in some people's eyes, a one-note character. But they all did something different.
Right.
None of them are on par with one another. They all individually did something different.
Right. And whenever you turn around, right, you're never not going to hear Batman because Batman's always around because he continues to be recast. So
it's not a recast. It's a different telling in each iteration of Batman.
Also a different timeline.
Exactly.
Kevin Conroy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like who? And also, well, since we're going to go there, since his name is up, the person that's doing Batman's voice now, he's not doing the same iteration of Batman. He comes close to Kevin Conroy's voice, but it's still not the same. He's not going to do the same. He's not going to deliver the lines the same way that he does. Right. He doesn't even have the same. He's not even on the same timeline as Batman is. He gets different stories.
But do you like these stories though, from these different Batman? Even though it's not the same guy.
That's the studios. That's the studio's job to make those stories. They have to choose what actor is going to deliver those lines the best.
Because it's a job. Yeah, it makes sense.
The only person He said something.
It's a job
Swift.
being a voice actor as opposed to the person actually being the true depiction of Batman. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were, then I would be like, oh well. Let's say if their likeness was I don't know, what's the guy from Doctor Strange? Not Doctor Strange. Christian Bale. Let's say Christian Bale was what the image of Batman was supposed to be made in. Then if somebody else tried to do it, and be like, well, that character was based off of him, the real person, right? But when it comes to taking up a mantle like Batman or whatever, whoever, even if it's a cartoon, video game, I'm gonna still like it because I love the mantle of Batman. So I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, shit. All right, we got a new Batman on the way. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play the hell out of this shit. Or I'm gonna read the heck out of this or watch the heck out of this. I don't know. It's just me. And then if you stop doing that, right, then we have this long drought of not having nothing. So, like, I think for a time we didn't have a Batman like the.
See, this is where it gets.
You know.
It gets. You're trying to equate one thing with another. It's not the same. You don't have to have a drought of Batman. You don't have to have a drought of Black Panther. Mm-hmm. You're just not going to get the same iteration because you're using two different actors.
Right.
Or you're using two different storylines. It's not going to be the same.
So what you're saying is instead of doing a recast, because I'm trying to understand people who don't want the recast. That's my whole point of this room and this conversation is understanding that side. Because we both winning right now. We both got what we wanted, right?
Yeah, but that's
so,
based off of feeling.
Yeah.
But it's just like I didn't like Christian Bale as Batman, but some people think that was the gospel, and I couldn't stand that whole series.
Right.
But I loved it. So I mean,
The Dark Knight was good, but it was so good I didn't even realize Batman Begins was connected to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that good though. Only because of the villain, mostly though, you know. And that's another thing. Joker is one of those characters that keep getting recast, and you got legends or different timelines of them. Just people just doing their thing, portraying that character.
The definition of recast is taking somebody and putting them. It's like, okay, it's like taking. You're talking to me right now. It's like taking my brain out of my body and replacing it with somebody that's been watching me and studying me for years and years and years and trying to get my voice and my mannerisms down. It's not going to fit the exact same way. It's going to come across as weird. At best, it comes across as weird. It's not, y'all, people think that if you can just pick an actor that's really good, it's all going to be fine. There's a lot that goes behind choosing somebody to play a role. It's not just about making it look good. It's about being genuine to your character. It's about making sure that the message that you're trying to convey as a writer or a director comes across that way too. There's a reason why it was always going to be Chadwick. There's a reason why you don't even hear of anybody else going up against Chadwick for this role. There's a reason behind that. It's not as simple as get the next best person. It's not that easy to do.
Because I think Jonathan Majors would have did a great job, but he's Kang, so they can't use him because his acting skills are superb. And the only other person I can think of is Lakeith Stanfield. But I guess because most of the characters that he played are laid back, people wouldn't accept him as Black Panther. But he's a very good actor.
Even taken away, he has a very good range. If you've seen him in what is it, Sorry to Bother You, and he's done a bunch of other things like smaller roles too. He does have really good range.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I still wouldn't take him seriously. Like, he's too
laid back.
No. It's not laid back. It's the physicality behind it too. Like, I don't think even with Shuri, I'm sitting there like I believe her to be the next in line to be the Black Panther. I believe her rage. I believe her fierceness. I believe that she wants to get shit done. Now, is it harder for me to believe that she can pick up that man who is at least 25% heavier than her? Absolutely.
She had the heart shape herb. What are you
and
talking about?
that is the only thing that's giving her a pass right now.
Damn.
Outside of that, her and Lakeith, she's a little bit shorter, but their stature and the physicalness of their bodies is similar to me. He's too skinny, and I don't think he could bulk up enough in order to pull that off.
What about Denzel Washington, son?
Please no.
Bro, what?
Please no. Please. You know what? I take that back.
Wait, hold up.
Go ahead.
That was a good. Actually, that was a good casting. That was a good one. I forgot what he looked like. My bad.
No, I was gonna say wait. That's why I said wait. I take that back.
I'll take that one back.
I think he could do it. I don't know why I have a hesitation, but I think he could do it. There's something that's bothering me in the back of my mind, and I can't put my finger on it.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what it is.
We're never gonna get Chadwick version ever again, unfortunately, and that shit hurts.
No,
I know it
but
hurts.
See, I'm fine. I am fine with that. I'm fine with literally moving on and having somebody else play him. I don't want it to be recast. I want a different Black Panther.
Right, which is what we're gonna get. That's the
That's the
compromise.
whole
Yeah.
purposes of the son being born at the end.
Right.
Right.
So they could do that time skip because the queen is gone. So basically, with them aging, with him aging, it won't really, because you can put dye in Siri hair to make her look older, or makeup or whatever. But you can't have a mama around because she was already old anyway.
Damn.
So, I hate to say it that way, but I'm sorry, but
He's like, just kill her, just get rid of her. We're done with her. Like,
right, to make it easier for the transition. So like
she
I
got
said,
other
probably
movies to
go
do
with
anyway. Angela Bassett's the busy
Secret
woman.
Wars will probably give you your next T'Challa, or if they do the next Avengers, because you do know
The Young Avengers is supposed to be
the Young
coming.
Avengers with Cassie. Who else?
Will we get a Miles finally?
No.
We'll be in our 50s before we see that.
Shit, it was hard enough to get Peter Parker, let alone Miles.
I mean, we know he's around now, at least.
Do we?
Yeah,
Huh?
Jamie Foxx said it.
They cut it from. I don't know why they cut it out of Homecoming, but Childish Gambino is Prowler.
Yeah, he's Prowler. Yeah, so that's Miles Morales' uncle.
And then when he showed interest in the anti-gravity stuff, when he was talking to, what is Evil Dave Chappelle's name? Bokeem Woodburn.
I can't.
The shocker.
I hate you.
When he was talking to Bokeem, he's like, "You got gravity climbers?" But then at the end of the movie, well, at the end, a deleted scene, he's literally pulls out his phone when he's stuck to the car. He's like, "My bad, Miles. I'm not gonna make it." So if Miles didn't get blipped, he could be old enough to finally get bit.
Yeah.
So then is young T'Challa a blip baby?
No.
He's after the blip,
Yeah.
so he's like one of those Corona babies, kind of, sort of, but not really.
Yeah.
That sounds like he's like 6 or 7, so I'm like, wait.
Oh, him and Nakia hooked up before the blip.
Wait.
And then they said this movie was originally supposed to deal with issues he had, I think, post Thanos snapping everybody and the blip. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if in the script Chadwick was supposed to come back and realize he had a son.
So I'm looking at it like this. So he got it in before Thanos snapped his finger. So if he had a baby then
because it was 5 years. How old was the son in the movie?
that would be he would be 5 then, and then now he probably would be like 10 or 11.
So he's not 10 though, is he?
No, he's 6
You
years.
better be
He's 6
out.
years old.
Yeah.
6.
So then it's after the snap. Because it's after.
No.
So it's before the snap.
At the end of the movie, they're hooking up. what is it? Endgame. She disappears right after she disappeared when the blip happened. She was knocked up then. That's 9 months or 9 to 10 months of her being knocked up. So he must have come back when the kid was what, 2-ish or something? Not 2. What the fuck? 5. He must have come back when the kid was 5 years old.
So she didn't get blipped then?
No.
Jury, they say, got blipped.
Yeah,
so she wouldn't even know what was going on. Now, the queen knowing that kind of threw me off. I was like, okay, she knew this whole time, didn't even acknowledge the boy when she saw him. And I got to rewatch the movie again because that shit was weird.
No, she did. When she shows up at the school, she knows. She goes straight to him. She goes straight over to him.
I must have missed it.
And she's holding his hand.
That's the one she spoke to in French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw the movie again today. That's the only reason why I remember.
See, that's what I say. I gotta see that again.
I watch New Rockstars on YouTube. They break down everything I miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually from Jacksonville. He's from around here.
So, what do you think of Aldous Hodge? Because, in Hawkman, he basically played T'Challa.
In what?
Damn sure did.
In Black Adam, Aldous Hodge basically played T'Challa when he did Hawkman. Like, he had the whole swag, everything.
That's a reach, my guy. That's a reach.
I'm not the only person saying this. There's like 30 other people with Dondell on my side with it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's up, man?
No, he did. He did play the hell out of Hawkman. So
he played the hell out of that.
He did his damn thing.
All African stuff now. So, I mean, hey, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need a little bit.
He got the body too, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna need y'all to raise your bar a little bit higher. just a little bit higher. We ain't gonna just have anybody play this man or play this mantle. I can't. I'm not saying that he's a bad actor, but that wasn't enough for me.
That's fair. I mean, it's a DC movie.
Mid at best. I don't want.
It was a DC movie.
He didn't really do anything in that movie.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot. The humor was there, they kind of had that Zuri kind of humor with him and Adam Smasher. Like, it was all that stuff was there to me. But I don't know, like, the way he did that, it's kind of almost as if he studied it and then he went and did it to kind of test run it in the Black Adam movie, if that makes sense. But I don't know. DC trying to basically copy Marvel. And some of that stuff actually hurt them when they tried to copy him because we don't need the jokes. Like, if I hear one more Marvel joke, I'm gonna throw up.
I mean, they got James Gunn over there helping run stuff, so hopefully they'll get it together.
Cause I'm like, we in the middle of whooping ass, and all of a sudden, somebody just be like, "Hey man, look at your toes." It's like, that's not funny. Like, we in the middle of a whole fight right now, and you over here looking at somebody's pinky toe. Get out of here with your nasty butt. This ain't House of Dragons.
I saw the Chappelle skit about that. That was funny.
I need to watch that whole SNL episode, but apparently you need like a new plan on Hulu to see it. I hate it here.
Oh no, go to YouTube. They got every scene broken down with him in it. The full thing.
Any closing arguments? I'm about to stop recording. It's almost an hour.
I mean, I like this movie. I like the movie overall. I'm trying to go see it again with my family. It was very standalone-ish. Like, it didn't feel like a Phase 4 movie. It just felt like just a Black Panther movie.
I feel you.
But it was supposed to be the end of Phase 4, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the end of grief counseling.
This is the best.
The beginning of grief counseling.
Yeah, I would say this is the second best movie of Phase 4. Spider-Man is still at the top.
I think Kang gonna shock everybody this new phase.
I hope so. They needed a real injection of serious.
I don't know. I mean, Loki was good. That was the best Disney Plus series of this phase. You know, the first phase ever with Disney Plus shows. But them shows wasn't perfect. I mean, by any no, because Moon Knight too much flashing, not enough action. She-Hulk, I don't know what you were thinking, trying to be all witty at the end. No, stop it. Miss Marvel was too lighthearted. What was the other one? Loki was good.
Werewolf by Night. That was just a standalone movie, but
WandaVision was okay. Then it went downhill at the end.
Well, yeah, that really set the tone for all the Marvel shows.
Captain America was mid. And what was the other one? Hawk, was it Hawkeye?
yeah, Hawkeye was on the show.
Trash. Straight trash. Where's my garbage can? Trash. I don't know what they was thinking when they put Kingpin in there and gonna have my man look like a jabroni. Like I can't. And then you expect me to think I'm gonna have any like trust in you with Daredevil after that crap? Like, nah. I can't. What's the last? I think that was all the shows. Cause I think they jumped it off with Hawkeye. I think that was the Christmas special thing, and then everything else. Yeah, it's just
That's
me.
either going to be historically good or historically bad, because Star Wars fans, I mean, they had a Christmas special for Star Wars, and for 30 years, people just talk like it didn't happen.
Well, Hawkeye never happened to me. I'm just gonna say that. They had some good characters in there. I like the little sword guy with the mustache. He was pretty cool. That's gonna be it, guys. We'll see you in the next room on Tuesday. I just want to say Recast T'Challa is not a bad movement. All we wanted was to see Chadwick Boseman come, well, not Chadwick Boseman, but we wanted to see T'Challa back at some form. We are happy to see that he has a son and that we have a way going forward. I respect anybody that disagreed on that or agreed, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's just work together. Let's stick together. Let's not be divisive and break up, because the first Black Panther is the whole reason why I'm even doing any of the stuff I'm doing now and creating my own comic book, because I want to create something for us to all get behind and, you know, do great things with. So thank you all for watching and have a good day. Wakanda forever.